Alright guys, this is Jake from Valley Garage. So, I'm just going to do a walk around of my 1985 Toyota Hilux. So a Y65, got 3Y motor in it. Did my own paint job on the thing. Go around, tell a few stories about it. So, she's got a King's winch on her at the moment. Works pretty good. I haven't had an issue yet, besides with the recovery straps and whatnot. LED light bar, which is also from King's, I believe. Yep. She found a tree. That's fine though. We've got a homemade winch cradle for this thing. She's actually pretty solid. Going down there. Little tow bar, tow point thingy. She's just mounted onto the 4 bolts of the chassis rail up front. I'll draw a couple more, 2 more to put in later on. Got the rod holder, United Uniden buddy UHF aerial. It's fairly expensive. Mount for the whip light, which will be coming off eventually because it's going pretty much back to stock. Don't know what I'm going to do with that one yet. That found an embankment. I got the aluminum bull bar for free. It's just there to give it a little bit of protection. 33-inch tyres, got a 2-inch lift in it. Dobson's 2-inch lift. She's pretty clean underneath. I've just stripped down all the wiring in it. Back used to have a second battery, but it's pretty much a bush pig now. In this box I've got spare parts, and the other one I've got recovery gear, which isn't too bad. We'll go on the inside. She's fairly muddy, but we've got 2 race seats in here. These came out of a Datsun 1600 that my dad used to run. Got a, what's that one? Auto Technica steering wheel. Got the cover somewhere there. King speedometer. I'll put it all back together there. Falling out shit. No, there we go. There's the party lights for you. There's the UHF. So made my own roof console because I'm a cheap ass and don't want to buy shit, but that works alright. I just got to get a battery for the remote for the lights, but they're stuck like that. Got my water gauge and fuel gauge there, which comes down to this switch that pops out all the time, but they work fine. Gauges are actually pretty good. I'll change colours with this one. I'll just keep it on blue. So I've been taking out stuff that I don't need in it because it's a bush pig. Stays at my mate's place. We'll get a different radio in it for the moment because that one's fairly expensive. None of the dash stuff works at all. Never has, but that's fine. We don't need it. Heater works awesome in it. Good old Toyota heaters. That's your aircon right there, the side vents. They work good. Also made my own centre console. Just got fuses, bits and pieces in there. Cleaned it out. Got the fire extinguisher right there, which is well used. Aftermarket knob, shifter knob. Got no speakers in it because I've put back the door retainer latches, whatever you call them. You get a new one of those. Got one at home, got 2 spare doors. That's why that one's off, because the original one was dented to like no tomorrow. And the back seat's pretty clean. I used to have a sub in it, but took all that out. Then we got the back window with all the stickers on it. Did have a canopy on it, but took that off too because I'm going to sell that. Plannings with this, I'm going to eventually put a roll cage in this thing. Probably just a half hoop type of thing, take it out the back seats. Figure out where to mount it. I don't want to be welding onto the actual body of the car because it's actually a fairly clean body. Besides underneath the front mats. We've half welded them up, but she's fairly bad. As you can tell, and I pressure washed the inside last time doing a recovery. But she's a good old Hilux. I've got no complaints about her. she'll tackle pretty much anything and everything. It will beat the GQ patrols by a mile, unless you go off the power bit. Got the LED headlights there too, which have also got indicators in it. Blanked off me indicator plates on the bull bar, because don't need those and they break when you hit deer. Got the roll of rubber on the mud flaps, and those mud flaps are zip tied in too. Same in the rear. Got the R.M. Williams outfitted mud flaps too. So custom spare tyre carrier. So I made this with one of my mates, and then I lost a number plate, so that's why that's like that. Haven't been pulled over yet. It's been like that for 4 weeks, but I've only taken it out 3 times. Custom jerry can holder, so it fits 2 jerry cans in there nice and snug. That's a tad bent now because it used to have 10mm. Or yeah, you can see that. It's a tad bent. So license plate will go here eventually, and then I'll put my license plate light up here on the top rail, and then I'll probably end up putting a couple of reverse lights, just the small square ones up there. Broke the latch going camping, so let's get a strap around it. That works fine. Good tail light on this side. That hasn't broken. It's not even for this car, which I've got to swap over the other one, which what's for the car. Planning on doing a chop straight under the tailgate, just all the way around, straight across, just have it flush, just to get a bit more looks out of it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty much staying how it is. See, this one's not on 100%. I've got a airlock for the front that I've got to put in and got to get rebuilt. Rear disc got an LSD diff in it, which I got rebuilt because I blew the first one, but the diff ratios are 2 different diff ratios at the moment, which is kind of annoying, but when it's wet it don't really matter. That's pretty much most of the time I use it. Had an aerial on the roof, so I got a grommet for that. That works alright. I'll open the bonnet. It's already open. That thing doesn't latch properly either, but that's alright. So here's the main glory of the motor. So only small 4-cylinder 3Y motor. It is carbide. Had problems with this motor for quite some time. I did blow the radiator in it once. So the radiator blew, didn't have a temp gauge in it, and I cooked the motor. That wasn't good. That was crackling like no tomorrow. I replaced the brake cylinder, master cylinder. But other than that, motor's been fully rebuilt. That was just over 2 grand in the motor. Gone through 2 carby kits. Haven't done a whole heck in here. It's due for a service soon though. I've replaced the battery twice. Alternator, I've gone through 4 of those. One was my fault. I shorted it out. That's just down there. It's got aftermarket extractors on it. It's got had a straight through muffler. When I first got it, had no muffler, but I put a baffled muffler just to make it a tad quieter going around Main Street. Try not to get pulled over in this thing, because I'll get defected like no tomorrow. So I've got a decent battery in here. There's no room for any other battery in here unless you take the airbox out. So I had the other one in the back, which was just the King's. Other than that, goes bloody good. I was thinking of getting a web carby for it, but then getting one of those, they're about $600. And for what I want to do now, I used to have it set up for touring, but don't need that anymore. And the rod holders as well. Nice old yellow door. That'll score $50 for 2 drivers and passenger. Front door. I think that's pretty much it. So this thing was originally white. I have painted it once. First time was rattle can, which was, well, that orange there, which I did like, but didn't clear coat or anything. Second time around painting it, I actually used 2-pack and Raptor coating. So all on the bottom is Raptor coating, which is starting to peel because it works great, but nah, what did I do there? When I'm putting the tub on, I hit it on the rear tyre mount, which that's also custom too. I had a couple of plates on it. So you use Raptor coating on the bottom half, all the way through, and on the inside and the interior. I did the whole interior in Raptor coating, which surprisingly works really well. And that was black, but that's come up quite nice. Fully stripped it down, just covered the dash because I didn't pull that out. Good old doll's gonna slam it. And that one's a Holden red. Looks more orangey than red, but on camera anyway. So I had 2 weeks before I had to go camping. I had base primer down, all went good and well besides the bonnet and the front grille where your windscreen wipers go. And then clear coat. I rushed the clear coat. As you can tell, I did it at night or just before dark, and then moisture got on it and orange peeled the fuck out of it. That bit there's when I rubbed it down, so eventually I might address the paint. I've got more clear coat at home, so I think that should be it. Bonnet was being a pain in the ass. I went back to pretty much bare metal. Well, no, I went back to the original primer, and I just didn't like it. So bonnet will probably just get Raptor coated eventually. Same with this bit. But yeah, she's a full qualified bush pig at the moment. And here's all the stuff in the 80. So I had the boards in there in the back, had the canopy on it, canvas canopy, boards in the back that I used to sleep on. Did that for a couple trips. Always got the swag sleeper. Here's the King's battery that I used. Actually went alright. Never had a problem. Got the solar panels there too. Move all this shit. And all the wiring I pulled out yesterday. So there's a fair bit in there. That's just got food and shit in it. Plates. There's me subwoofer and amp, which I'm gonna try and put into this thing. Got bloody packed full of shit in here. Got motorbike gear. Picked up light bar for the 82. So I'll do an install video on that. Just got to make up a couple of brackets. Got a fair few parts to do, but been doing another car at the moment, so this one's waiting. Other than that, it goes bloody good. Then, so pretty much the plans with this one is I'm going to get it road legal again, besides the lift and tyres, but bull valve smashed down, nothing good old sledgehammer won't fix, so hit that down. I'll get new indicators for it. License plate can just stay there. That light bulb, I'll probably change that. Might put a roof rack on this one, I'm not 100% sure yet. That one will probably come off because I won't use that. Maybe, I might leave it. One problem that I did have with it, as you can tell, I've got eating through the tyres. That's a full chunk out there. Same with here and here. So when you're wheeling, it tends to hit on your body around here. That's all bent in now. I had to extend my brake lines too for the 2-inch lift. Other than that, it works pretty good. So I think that's pretty much the end of this video. Just a nice short one. Give you a walk around of the hilux. You will see it later on doing some tracks. Plan on doing Alice track up in Wesburn and Cemetery track soon. Once I get it road legal, we'll do a service on it, fix the number plate and all that. But you will see it a lot more. Alright guys, well, this is Jake from Valley Garage. Please like, subscribe and share. I'll catch you on the next video.